Back in the 60s, Dr. Keith Sennert wrote a book entitled I'm Okay, You're Okay, and in that he outlined 3 behavioral responses to emotional situations. Response number 1 is that of the child, which says, I am going to act the way I feel. Child gets upset, lays down on the floor, has a temper tantrum, kicks his or her heels. In short, the emotions are dictating the behavior. Not limited to children, as you well know. We're all capable of doing that, some of us more than others. Number 2 is that of the parent, which says, you are going to act the way I feel. An example, when my kids were growing up, they might say, Dad, can we go to the park? I would say, no. Well, how come? Well, I'm in a rotten mood, you can't go. 9 times out of 10, they can go to the park, but because I'm in a bad mood, you behave the way I feel. Teacher had a little rock, and on one side it said, teacher is in a good mood today, and the other side said, teacher is in a bad mood today. In short, she was saying, this is how I feel. I expect you to behave the way I feel. Not limited to parent-child or teacher-student relationships. We all do this at work. We'll come and say, hey, I'm in a rotten mood, leave me alone. Neither of these responses are good or bad. They just are. Response number 3 is that of the adult, which says, I can't help the way I feel right now, but I can control the way I think and act. Beautiful patience affirmations. It's a fancy way of saying, hey, count to 10 before you do anything. My wife was putting together a train set for our then 4-year-old grandson, and she was getting a little frustrated. She said, Dylan, I don't know if I can do this. He said, Grandma, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and work very, very slowly. Well, she was a clinic administrator at the time, high-stress job. She said she can't count the number of times she used that to bring herself under control. And you might ask, where did a 4-year-old come up with something like this? Well, he and his dad used to do ninja fighting, and before they would bow to each other, and then they'd do their little wrestling match on the living room floor. Then they would sit on the floor and close their eyes and get into a transformative pose and just quiet their mind. I really believe that he felt the transformative power of being patient. So the next time you need to exercise patience with a coworker, a student, a family member, take a deep breath and affirm to yourself, I can't help the way I feel right now, but I can control the way I think and act.